If you've ever tried to do a literature survey, you would have probably gone on Google Scholar, scrolled through 50 papers, found the one that you really need, and then boom, stuck behind a paywall. I know, this can be really frustrating, right? But the good thing is, there is now a better and faster way to find research papers. And yes, you can access them for free. When I made my last video on this topic 2 years ago, it received over 250k plus views. But since then, AI tools have completely changed the game. So here's my updated video guiding you on first, how to look for research papers smartly, and secondly, how to access the ones you really need for free. I've put timestamps below so you can go to the section that you want to watch first. When you're starting a literature review, don't jump directly to random individual papers. You will end up having to download a lot of papers and not all of them are going to be useful. Instead, start with review papers. This is because review papers give you a broad overview of that field. They summarize the work that has been done in that area, what are some of the main trends, and also hint at possible research gaps. Now, how do we find these review papers? There are two ways. First is the traditional route using Google Scholar. Simply go to Google Scholar, type your topic in the search bar and choose the review paper filter. Now Google Scholar is going to show you both open access and subscription papers. But honestly, at this stage, I feel you don't really need a lot of paid articles. Open access papers are more than enough to give you the big picture that you need. So when you're scrolling through Google Scholar, you will see that some of the papers have a PDF link on the right hand side. That means there is a free version which you can access instantly. Now here's a pro tip. Always use the year filter because the more recent the review paper, the better it is going to be for you. So this was the traditional route. Now if you want to save time, I would recommend going through the AI route by using the AI-powered academic search engine Consensus. Just like Google Scholar, type down your topic or research question on Consensus and then use these filters. First, open access, and then under study type, choose literature review and systematic review. And then choose the pro search option. And there you go. Consensus gives you a full summary of what's actually out there on the topic and a neat table with key details. If you scroll down, you'll also see all the papers that it has pulled the information from with citation counts and publication years, so you can quickly go through the papers that actually carry more weightage. Also, if you see, there's a little open lock icon. That means there is a free PDF available which you can actually download right away. And you can also chat with the paper and ask questions. Personally, what I like about Consensus over Google Scholar is that it cuts through all the noise and gives you the most relevant papers in your area so that you don't end up wasting time reading things that are not that important. So by the end of this step, you would have gone through multiple review papers, know who the main researchers are, and what are some of the potential research gaps worth exploring, all without spending a single dollar. Now the review papers have shown you some of the possible gaps in research, but you need to verify them yourself and also zero down on a particular gap that you would like to work on. Now here again, the traditional route is to go to Google Scholar, type down some of these gaps and go through at least 30 to 40 papers to verify what is already being done and what is missing. Now here, going through only open access papers is not enough and you need to go through subscription journals as well, which are behind the paywall. So if you plan on using this route and want to know how to download paywalled papers for free, then jump to this timestamp directly. Now, a smarter way to do this step is to use Consensus's deep search feature. Simply take the research gap you spotted and turn it into a specific question. For example, if a review paper says there's little research on how nanoparticle size affects the durability of superhydrophobic coatings, that could literally be your query. Now, the important tip here is to not use the open access filter. We want Consensus to go through both free and paid articles to give us a complete picture. Now, what Deep Search does next is amazing. Basically, following the same strategy that you would have done manually on Google Scholar. But instead of you spending a month going through 40 to 50 papers and verifying them yourself, Consensus does it for you within minutes. Now let me show you the output it generates. You get an introduction explaining the topic, a consensus meter showing what's the overall opinion. Say 88% of studies agree that nanoparticle size impacts durability. And then a breakdown of the search strategy they have followed to come up with the result. And then the result summarized clearly with supporting tables. And some of these tables are actually pretty great. For example, highlighting some of the main claims with evidence, some existing research gaps, and even open research questions. You can also download this entire report in the form of a PDF, which can be so useful. Honestly, as someone who's been making videos on research AI tools for the past 2 years now, I find it crazy how accurately AI is now able to handle such complex literature review tasks for us. Now, with the help of Google Scholar or Consensus, we've gone through multiple review papers to identify research gaps, finalized a research gap that we would like to work on, and now it's time to finalize some of our research hypothesis, methodology, data sets, etc. And for that, we need access to original papers, even those which are behind a paywall. So now, let's understand how to access them for free. Of course, there are illegal websites which give you access to the pirated versions of the research papers for free. You can check the comment section of this video for that. But there are legal ways to access them as well. First, institute libraries. If you're studying in college, always check first what your library provides access to. In India, many universities are now a part of eShodh Sindhu, a government platform where instead of each university paying separately for expensive journal subscriptions, ESS negotiates and purchases them in bulk at the national level. So if your university is a part of this, you get a wide access to tons of international journals, including those of IEEE, Springer, Wiley, Taylor & Francis, and many others. So before you struggle, check with your college, you might already have access. Second is to use Unpaywall, which is an open database of 50 million plus free scholarly articles. All you need to do is go to their website and install the browser extension. After that, when going through a research paper, if a free version of that exists, you will see a green unlock button on the right hand side. And if you click on it, it will take you to the free paper which you can download. This I feel is a no effort option that everyone should be using. Third, check for preprints or alternate versions of articles on websites like arXiv, bioRxiv, SSRN, core.ac.uk, BASE, etc. Preprints are basically early versions of research papers shared with the community that are not peer reviewed yet. Authors usually do it to make their findings public faster, get feedback, or gain copyright over their work. The good thing is that all preprints are free and open access. However, the only downside to it is that because it's not peer reviewed yet, you need to read them with a bit of caution because in the final version, some additional details, improvements, or corrections would have been made. Fourth, go straight to the source. A lot of authors put up their papers on personal or university web pages. So a simple Google search with the title of the paper plus PDF does the trick. You can also find papers on ResearchGate. But if it's not there as well, then you can place a simple request to the author. Most of the time, authors are more than happy to share their work if you ask them nicely. Another gold mine is institutional repositories. For example, MIT's DSpace, Harvard's Dash, and NUS's Scholar Bank. These are digital libraries where universities archive research outputs, and a large portion of it is available to the public. This not only includes journal articles, but also theses, dissertations, technical reports, and even preprints. So if you're lucky, you might uncover some material that's not easy to find on Google Scholar as well. So a quick hack is to use Google's site operator to directly search these repositories. For instance, if you're looking for papers on nanoparticle coatings from MIT, type nanoparticle coatings site is to mit.edu PDF. This narrows the results to MIT's domain and often surfaces free PDFs sitting in their repositories. You can do the same with other repositories as well. And finally, friends in academia. Often, the fastest route is also the most obvious ones. Ask your friends, classmates, or seniors who have institute access and are able to provide these papers to you. So guys, I've tried to cover almost all possible ways to access paid journals, both the official and not so official ones. And if you follow the steps that I've shared with you, high chances you will be able to find the paper you're looking for without spending a single dollar. So guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. I hope you found this video useful. Now, if you wish to learn from scratch how to write a research paper, right from choosing a research topic to getting it published in high impact journals, not forgetting the best AI tools that you can use for this purpose, then you can join me for my course on A to Z of research paper writing. As part of this course, we also add you to an exclusive WhatsApp group of researchers where you can collaborate, ask your doubts, and also request for free access to papers. To know more, the link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Now, after this, if you want to learn in detail how to use consensus and what are its best features, then you should check out this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.